I'm actually in Gary now. I actually was just trying to pick up my car yesterday, and from the airport, leaving from Chicago, and somebody freaking not only broke into my car, they took some of my items, went through the little glove parks, through the little silent parks, and stole some items. Um, and so, which I didn't care about the items. You can track them. I really wanted the photos, but I think everything is downloaded anyway into the Google Chrome space. So, hey, let's see. Okay, there we go. So I had to call around, y'all, to go get. Sorry, my internet was going in and out. I'm close, so it's gonna go in and out. So I was calling around to see who's going to give me a reasonable price to fix the window. And then I got one from a glass, and they told me, oh yeah, they'll come to my house and fix my window. And I'm like, okay, this is great because I want to be on the road. I want to be on the road no later than 4 o'clock because it's just 2 hour drive. So, matter of fact, I'll show you this vehicle because this is the same exact vehicle that I have. Okay, just like this. Okay, exact. When I say exact, it's the exact one as that truck right there. And so, I'm like, how much is it? They're like, you pay when you get there, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, I have some errands to do. I'm going to leave the keys at my relatives. You can pick it up right there since you guys are doing it right there, and you can have at it, okay? Because I don't want to sit and have things varying. And they're like, okay, that's fine. And so they go ahead. I'm like, is that an extra charge? They're like, no, that's included. That's included in your, in your thing. So I'm like, y'all sure? Like, I need it today. Yes, they promised me today and at the house. Okay, so long story short, I go about my day. I'm going to go do my 5 miles, get my exercise in, and keep it moving. This is at 8 o'clock. At 10:30, it's like 10:24 to be exact. Just estimated 10:30, but it was 10:24 because I looked at the time. I call from them, and they're telling me all of the technicians have been sent out on assignments, and the next assignment that I get it tomorrow. They can come to my place tomorrow, or I can drive it up to them, and they can fix it on US 30. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, I literally asked you this before. I've already made arrangements. Like, how is this? This is so inconvenient. Like, you guys should have checked that before. Like, how is this even possible? So I'm like, that's a real inconvenience. They're like, well, that's why we're giving you this option. This is what you have. Can't you just drive it? And then they had an attitude about it. Like, can you just drive it? And I'm sitting here like, no. Like, this is what I paid you for. This is the service that I'm asking for. And I'm like, if I get there and I have someone to drive it, because I'm away from my car now, after you've already told me that, you've already guaranteed me, saying this is your guarantee, that you can, have this done and you come to the place after you have revoked and you reneged on your getting this done. They're like, no, because you didn't have to do anything else. And I'm sitting here like, what? Like, you just inconvenienced my time. So I need my money refunded back to me because you revoked your guarantee. You went back and you reneged on your guarantee. This isn't a service, and he's like, oh, well, that's going to take about 5 to 7 business days to get it refunded. I don't care. I had to tell them I don't care because I know exactly what was going on. And they're like, can't you just drive it up here? Like, if that's the case, can't you just drive a technician like you promised? Drive a technician in one of those cars and make the thing happen like you said. But I already know that they're doing that because they don't want to come into the neighborhood, which is crazy because my family lives in Miller. They live by the beach. So even though stuff do be happening in Gary, but come on now, give me a break. But I guess they thought that I was just going to bow down and say, okay, I'm going to drive there. I said, no, give me my money, and it will not take 5 to 7 business days. That thing should be in there within couple of hours to 24 hours. And so I think they thought that I was just like playing games or something. So I started calling. I'm like, look, I already know what's going on. I know how this is happening. I'm calling the Better Business Bureau. I'm going in. Like, I am going in because I know what this is all about. They do it all the time. You know, they try to they'll come out here. They don't want to come, but they'll take your money. They'll take your money. They'll work out here, but they won't live in it. And then they'll tell you, they won't give you the opportunity to go and make a living where you work at, but they'll take all the money from you and tell you you're not trying to work, which is a doggone bald-faced lie. It's a lie. You know, and it's just really tired. You know, nobody has to go through that and suffer through that. I've seen that so many years, how they talk about old people in Gary and all this other stuff, and they're just lazy. And you see all the people in Gary who trying to work for something, and they have to go to Indianapolis, Fort Wayne. They have to go old Evansville, places that they don't even really want to go in order to make something different, because the mindset of the people here, or the mindset of the people that are surrounding, that want to take, they know that it's good around here. They know that it's good, and they take away from it, and they give you little crumbs. They feed you on little crumbs, saying, well, if you want something better, you can come out here. No, you're going to give me the same respect and the same diligence as everything else. If you don't, then I'm taking my dollars back. Because I'm going to work. I'm going to make it. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm going to make my ends. I'm going to make my ends no matter what. But if you don't respect me, you don't get my money. You don't get my money, okay? That's how you do things. So I think that really shocked them a lot when I said that. Like, no, baby, I could have drove, but that's not what you gave. That's not the guarantee that you gave me. You need to uphold what you said. That's what you need to do. Uphold what you said. But anywho, I'm giving you guys that illustration. I know y'all like, where's the point? I'm giving y'all the illustration of that because you have to understand when things like this come, and I've been having it. Y'all, I had so many issues with cars. People splashing tires. This one is kind of new, busting the windows. I've had so many, so many other crazy things. But let me tell you something. When you keep going, see, that's the attack of the enemy. When the enemy wants you to go ahead and bow down and fold down to their devices, because the enemy already know that you gain momentum. You winning. You coming into who you supposed to be. I've never felt so determined. I never felt so sure of myself in my entire life than I do right now at this moment. That everything that I was going through, I wasn't going crazy. Everything that I was going through spiritually, all those spiritual attacks, all that other crazy stuff, all this is more confirmation. It's confirmation. Any of y'all that's being, going through that and y'all feel like y'all losing it, y'all not losing it. Y'all not losing it, and it's not in vain. It's not in vain. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's not in vain. It's not in vain. You will reap that harvest if you faint not. Just keep going. That's what I want to tell you. This stuff, it's got to be better. It's no way. If it wasn't, listen, if you wasn't going to make it, if you wasn't going to get what you wanted to get, why you keep going, you seeing all this stuff, why is the enemy attacking you so much? Why are you having all this hectic? Think about somebody who always act like they're the poor me victim. Sometimes people will get them more than the person be like, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it anyway. You be like, dang, when you want to help me, the enemy knows. The enemy knows. That's why you have to get your attunement right. You got to have it in your head to know. Have it in your head to know that you are a conqueror. You have to. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I always say that. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but I know I'm going to make it, and I'm going to surpass everybody that I come across. And I know I'm going to surpass them highly. Not because of all the skills that I got, but I know I got God with me. And with God, when God says something, nobody else can take that from you. But I'm going to tell you this. When you with God, don't be surprised you got a lot of enemies. And that's something that I had to wake up to. You got a lot of enemies when you with God. When I say with God, when you truly with God. Because you can't take that nonsense, and that permeates. The more I get closer to God, the more I know some of the stuff. When I was telling y'all like yesterday how I couldn't function around certain people, and they were still doing the same old stuff. They was doing the same old stuff and the same old things. And I was just not having it. I was just like, okay, I can't even see how I was even in that environment. Looking at it now. Now, 10 years ago, I probably would have been like, okay, we getting money, we doing this, we doing that, we still moving. But now understanding things spiritually. And then about learning how to truly lay down a solid foundation, meaning doing things the right way. Oh, God. Doing things the right way. It makes a difference. You don't have to go back and keep making things, doing things over and over the wrong way, And so, those indeed are some of the things that, I had to understand and to go through and to acknowledge and to acknowledge and to all that, And so, ain't that a wobby? Did the whoops. They so cute. Okay. And so, that's what I had to learn. Okay, well, we're going to go this way. Maybe. Let's go this way. Yeah, maybe. Okay. And so, those are some of the things that I had to learn and had to get off into. These things are going crazy. And so, those are some of the things that I had to learn and to acknowledge and to get, we have a whole hyena of, because we have one stray dog, so, which I'm sure they got over the limit. It was like 3 big pits. They were so cute, like they were maintained. Then it's one pit and he's out of his thing, roaming around, look like he's on some kind of roid, y'all, because no pit should be at least 3 feet that big. That's some kind of hybrid. So I don't know where he's at now, but I'm kind of glad that I got this stick. Look, I'm kind of glad I got this stick now. I was laughing at my aunt at first, but you know what? How she got me all bagged up like a bag lady. I get it now. I'm getting where I'm at. And so yeah. Yeah, you have to understand this is all spiritual. Even with what I just went through. I know I'm like, dang, everything's spiritual. It really is. And when you connect and you get into the right moment and you connect with it, and you connect with, when you connect with it, when you understand what is going around you, and you in it, you understand you truly in it, but you're not of it, you're able, dang, I really look like a Haitian for real now. Look how long, bro. You're able to connect. You're able to connect to something deeper, and you can fulfill it, and you can keep walking because you're saying that this ain't got nothing to do with me. It's bigger than me. I know I'm walking through it, but I know it's gonna help generations after me. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than the sound of bell. It's bigger than this person that occupies this spirit that occupies this body. It's bigger than that. And when you can say that and you understand that, you can keep moving and saying, okay, this too shall pass.